A very good morning to you. Welcome to our morning edition of SA Decides. I'm Audrey Chimwanda. Here's a look at the headlines. Before that, our reporters from these places will join us for more in a while. But before we cross live for Ground Zero updates, again, let's take a look at our top stories this morning. A last-minute scramble by motorists to pay their outstanding e-toll accounts. This as the extended period to pay historic debt at the reduced rate of 60% expires today. Unhappy Joe Burgers may become a big concern for the ruling ANC. Meanwhile, in Limpopo, an NGO does what municipality fails to do. AfriForum fixes potholes. In KwaZulu-Natal, powerless residents of Ikopo pay to install the infrastructure at a personal cost of over 5,000 rand per household. Our top story this morning, a civil rights group is showing how to do it yourself may be better than doing nothing at all. In Makadi Municipality, AfriForum has been performing the duties of the municipalities. Here's how. Potholed roads is all you see as you enter Louis Trichardt in the Makado municipality. But now AfriForum, a non-governmental organization, has taken matters into their own hands.
AfriForum have done amazing work. We're stepping in where the municipality hasn't been able to, with water and with roads. We're filling every single pothole in this district that we've been waiting for. Because if the municipality won't do it, we can't sit back and complain and moan, which is what a lot of people tend to do. We have a different attitude. It's an action attitude. Get down and do it.
Remember, government can be held responsible. Anybody who gets an accident in a road repaired by somebody else is causing a problem to the municipality. The main important thing that we would request kindly our citizens to do is to work with us, to come to us and indicate that they have this, they have got this time, these are the type of resources that they have, and they would wish to help the municipality. But unfortunately, most of the people tend to go in the illegal activities where they just go and want to do things which aren't their responsibility and where they would not be held accountable.
This project is part of AfriForum's nationwide campaign to repair potholes across the country. The civil society plans to spend 2 million rand for the National Pothole Month that kicked off on the 9th of May.
We started out in Louis-Trichardt, and then we went over to Bella Bella, and we're in Nylstrom and Naboom, and today we're in Louis-Trichardt, and here we're going to do about in the vicinity of 300 to 350 squares. Basically a pothole, a meter by meter, takes us about 6 to 5 minutes to fill. We don't have to lock down the whole street for say.
The campaign that ends on the 31st of May will see over 12,000 potholes being repaired in Limpopo and Mpumalanga.
Well, I've lost already 2 cars during, say, 7 months, and it's getting worse every day. Nobody is giving attention to the potholes in the road.
I've got a lot of punctures on my car, and which means wheel alignment is problem. So that the municipality not fixed, we must fix the potholes so that not going every time to check for wheel alignment and for balancing and repairing the tires.
When government institutions do not comply with their constitutional obligations, it's initiatives like this that come to the rescue of hassled residents.
The deteriorating road infrastructure has become a national problem. It seems in this community, potholes are still an issue. Although AfriForum believes that they should take matters into their own hands, the municipality says that proper procedure should be followed. Question is, can the two entities work together for the good of the community? Lemogang Foke reporting for SA Decides, Louis Trichardt.
And Lemogang joins us this morning all the way from Limpopo in Louis Trichardt. Very good morning to you, Lemogang. Yesterday we spoke to you in the morning around the same time, and AfriForum was busy filling up the potholes. What has been the reaction from the municipality?
Yes, Audrey, yesterday AfriForum was busy fixing potholes within this community, and we know that they are now done and moving over to the next town. But what was interesting is that the municipality claims that AfriForum did not follow procedure in what they are doing and therefore makes the whole action illegal. They're saying that they do encourage the community to work with them. However, they want the community to follow proper procedure, because could anything happen on those roads, there won't be anyone to be accountable for those accidents apart from the municipality. And also what's interesting today, what we're seeing is that there's workers from the municipality. I don't know if you can see behind me, they are currently at work and fixing potholes where AfriForum could not reach.
Have you spoken to any of the residents, Lemogang, to see if they do agree with the municipality to say that AfriForum is, is not supposed to be there and doing this job, or are they happy with what AfriForum is doing?
We spoke to residents yesterday, Audrey, and what they're saying is that, they have a big problem here with potholes, and they're merely just asking the municipality to work with whoever can assist them. They think that it's a great idea that we have initiatives from such as what AfriForum is doing in order to fill these potholes. They're saying that they're spending a lot of money towards maintaining their cars, and therefore it is a problem for them. So if the municipality is unable to do these things, then it's a good idea for AfriForum to join in and help the municipality and say, we will help you in terms of developing the community.
And any other initiatives from AfriForum that they intend to do besides filling up these potholes?
We do know that last year AfriForum had repaired pipelines as well as boreholes around another region within the same municipality, and they're saying that as long as they're working with the municipality as well as the community, they will continue to do good for the communities.
Well, thank you for that report, Lemogang, coming to us there from Limpopo in Louis Tricard, just giving us an update on the story of AfriForum filling up potholes and taking matters into their own hands. Well, I have to introduce to you my guest this morning, Mr. Sten Ichegetseng, Provincial Secretary from Progressive Professional Forum in Gauteng. Very good morning to you, sir. See, I stumbled with your surname there a bit, but I'm sure I finally got it right. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. My surname is a tongue twister. Don't worry.
Thank you for saying that. We saw this insert from Limpopo, where we have the municipality having challenges in terms of fulfilling their mandate, fixing simple things that could be like just filling up potholes, and we have NGOs coming in and taking matters into their own hands. As a PPF, how do you help the governing party to try and see bottlenecks in terms of service delivery problems?
Well, let me first address the following, that as PPF, we see ourselves as a think tank of South Africa with a particular agenda. And the agenda is to address, firstly, building a rainbow nation of the country. But secondly, also to address the transformation agenda of the country and ensure that we reduce the Gini coefficients of the country, or between the gap of the rich and the poor, and make sure that there is closeness of that particular gap. There is closing of that particular gap.
We'll come back to more of that. For now, we have to go to the Free State, to Forestburg, where there is heavily contested ward between ANC, the Democratic Alliance, and the Economic Freedom Fighters. Our team gauges at the state of readiness as we approach the local government elections. And as the IEC tries to ensure free and fair elections, our team meets the grassroots level party members to tell us how they are going to ensure that they abide by what was agreed upon yesterday. Our reporter Lungani Mguni is on standby in the Free State. Very good morning to you, Lungani. What have you gauged so far in terms of the mood and the willingness of the political parties to abide by the Code of Conduct?
Good morning, Audrey, and good morning to all the viewers at home. We're here in Forestburg in a place called Mahlayeng in Ward 14, where we've come together, the sense of mood as we approach the local government elections set to take place in the next 3 months. So, Audrey, with me, I have different members from different political parties, which will take us further and tell us how are they seeing the state of readiness and how are they prepared to take part in the local government elections. To my left, Audrey, I have members from the Democratic Alliance, which will be led by Mr. Richard White. Whiteley, and on my right I have EFF Mr. Selo Musia, and on the far right I have Ponto Naile from Independent Party. So these members, Audrey, will take us through and tell us the state of readiness and what are they as parties doing to ensure that we have a free and fair elections, remembering that yesterday we did 13 members did sign the IEC Code of Conduct to ensure that we have a free and fair elections. So I'll start to my far left, Audrey, with Mr. Richard Whiteley, who will tell us about more the state of readiness and the readiness of the DA as we approach the local government elections. Mr. Richard, thanks for being with us today. Could you please tell us more as to the state of readiness and how you guys prepared as we go to the 2016 local government elections?
We've done a lot of homework, and we'd also like to thank you for visiting Maritzburg and Mashayeng. We believe in freedom, fairness and opportunity, and what we want to do is raise the standards of our town and hold the municipal officers accountable for the services that we are having a problem in receiving. If you'd like to put your camera down, you'll see the erosion, you'll see the lack of maintenance on this beautiful old building. And in fact, we'd even like to see the South African flag flown every day.
Okay. So just another question for another DA member. Sir, would you please kindly tell us, as we know that yesterday we did sign the Code of Conduct, what are you as the DA and the grassroots level members of the DA are going to do to ensure that we all abide by the Code of Conduct as we approach the local government elections?
Longile and listeners, as Democratic Alliance, we respect the constitution of this country. We respect the fact that as Democratic Alliance, we signed that accord to say we are going to respect and we are going to play the ball by the rules. We are going to ensure that in terms of our own readiness as candidates in Maritzburg, we are ready, we are mobilizing our people, we are telling our people what we stand for. As Richard earlier said, we are requesting that they vote for us so that we can take this municipality to another level where there will be good service delivered.
Thank you very much for that, Mr. So as you heard, Audrey, the DA saying the state of readiness are at the top peak and they are ready for the 2016 local government elections, once again ensuring us that they will abide by the rules and the code of conduct of the IEC. So just giving everyone a fair and free chance, I'll go to my right where I have Mr. Selo Musia from the EFF, who will further tell us more or less the same as the question posed to the DA, the state of readiness of the DAF, and what will they do to ensure that we see a free and fair election as we're just 2 months away from the local government elections. Mr. Selo, thank you for being with us this morning, sir. Could you please tell us, as the EFF in Maritzburg, are you guys prepared? Are you guys ready? What is the mood like as we approach the local government elections?
I want to say to you, really, we are ready to face these coming elections as the people of Maritzburg. You know, we try to make door to door to the people, talk to them, show them that we have to change this town of us, the beautiful town. We are ready to do anything, change our people. We face a lot of problems here, so I think it's up to the people of South Africa to or Maritzburg. In fact, let me say Maritzburg to change Maritzburg. You know, we face a lot of problems. I didn't know if you will allow me. For example, you know.
Just briefly, then, Mr. Musia. Just briefly.
Okay. For example, now we face a serious problem in Mashayeng here. The problem of water is the first problem the first priority that we are targeting. The second problem is the size. You know, our people in Maritzburg, they didn't have the size, but we have the land here in Maritzburg. So it's the main challenge, the main things that we are serious about of it can be faced when we are entering into this coming election.
Okay, thank you, Mr. I understand this, sir. But how are you guys ensuring that we will have a free and fair elections without any hindrance, no violence whatsoever? Are you guys willing to go abiding by the code of conduct signed yesterday?
I'm going to say to you, as Mr. Mokwena said earlier, we respect the law of this country. We're going to respect anything about the AEC. We signed our leaders on top there. They signed the code of conduct, and we're going we are willing to be done anything. On the viva of the IEC. It can be cooperative with the IEC.
Thank you very much, Mr. Selo. There we have it there, Audrey, from the DA and the economic freedom fighters, saying that the state of readiness, they are ready and they are willing to abide by the code of conduct from the AIC, and they say that they respect the constitution of this country so very much. So to my further right, Audrey, I have a new kid in the block, Independent Party. I've got Mr. Ponto Naile, who will further tell us more about the party and tell us what is their sense of being in this community of Maritzburg, and how ready are they to contest in the local government elections in 2016. Mr. Ponto, sir, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, viewers, for watching. As independent, it is our first time we are going to contest this election, but we are saying we are ready. We have done a lot of work door to door. We have done campaigns. What we are saying is we also like to you viewers, people of Mashayeng, especially Ward 14, to vote for us as we are new.
Just to cut you short there. So just to cut you short, there we have it, Audrey. All inputs from the three parties that we have amongst the 13 in our country who will be contesting the local government elections. The mood is rather the same. They are rather saying the same thing, saying that they will abide by the rules of the IEC and they are willing to do whatever it takes to protect the constitution of this country. And Audrey, this is all we have for this morning, but we will have a full package for you by 5 p.m. Which has every single aspect of what has been said by the respective parties. And over to you back in studio.
Well, thank you for that report, and to your guests as well, Lungani, coming to us there from the Free State, just getting a free and fair voice from most of the political parties, party members on the grassroots level. We're still in the Free State, and also residents of an informal settlement in Dihlabeng have been waiting for a decent roof over their heads for over 2 decades now. But even when the RDP houses are ready, locals allege partiality in allotment. Here's a report.
The residents of Khubetswana have lost hope after being left behind on the road to development. As local elections loom large, disenchanted residents say they are tired of voting and not seeing any change.
We experience a lot of problems where we spend money every day. We don't get services from the municipality, but we do vote when the time comes.
For Gogo Maditipi Mukwena, the wait for an RDP house has been long and unending. She says the house she had applied for is ready, but is being occupied by someone else.
I registered for an RDP house. It was built and all was in order. But it happened that when I was supposed to move in, the names were different from my registered names. I've been everywhere until I lost hope.
The old lady has lost hope when there are some people who get houses.
Even as the community awaits more RDP houses, the ones that exist have started falling apart.
I got 2005.
I got my RDP house in 2005, but it was built out of mud bricks. Now this house is giving me problems. It's leaking when it rains and it's got cracks. I'm not satisfied. It can collapse any time.
And
the troubles are set to mount further. The Dihlabeng municipality that services this area is now initiating the process of removing the residents.
Well, there are, of course, a number of challenges in that area, which we are well aware of. But the challenges which are similar to other areas of our municipality, we know that there is also backlog in terms of housing provision, and we also know that there is informal settlement which the municipality is working hard insofar as removing all the informal settlements in our municipality.
Following protests caused by discontentment from residents of Khubetswana informal settlement, 4 years later, the residents are still awaiting for their grievances to be addressed by the municipality and that they are offered all the services they require in this community. For ANN7, I am Lungani Mnguni, Clarence in the Free State.
There is a last-minute scramble among motorists to pay their outstanding e-toll accounts. This as the extended period to pay historic debt at the reduced rate of 60% expires today. Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa announced a 60% reduction in May last year. The incentive aimed to get more Gauteng motorists to settle their debts with the South African National Road Agency. Now, this offer expired on the 2nd of May, but Transport Minister Dipo Peters extended it to the 17th of May. But the long-standing resentment among the locals against the e-tolls may manifest itself in the upcoming polls. My guest this morning, Mr. Stan Ichikhetseneng, Provincial Secretary from PPF, is still with me. Thank you for staying with me, sir. You're explaining to me the objectives of PPF before we played a few of our stories. Are you also involved in policy formulation as well as implementation when it comes to local government policies?
Well, that is at the heart of what we do. I mean, as an advocacy group, firstly, let me put it, besides what we do, we are purely aligned to the African National Congress. We support it 100%. We think that there is no party in the country, having looked at the various manifestos over the years and currently, that will be able to address the issues and the imperfections that we find within the country, except for the African National Congress. That's our 100% support. And we do campaign and encourage all professionals to be involved actively in supporting the African National Congress. Yes, in terms of policies, at our formative stages, we were having government clusters, and everybody who joins the PPF had to find space within the respective government clusters so that we understand what government is able to do and be able to proactively contribute policies into the African National Congress. But we've, since the last conference that we had, decided that we must redraft the cluster processes into the 11 ANC committees, so that as we sit as professionals, we are able to bring in our first-hand experience, professional experience, academic knowledge, into the respective committees. We then sit down there and address various policy bottlenecks that makes it difficult for the ruling party to actually govern. And maybe it is wrong to say for the ruling party, because for parliament, remember we are in a multi-party democracy, so therefore every party is involved in there. There are a number of hurdles and bottlenecks that makes it difficult for government to be able to make certain deliverables.
Absolutely. I have to thank you for your time, Mr. Stan Ichikhetseneng, for coming through and shedding some light on the objectives of the Progressive Professionals Forum. I have no doubt we'll be seeing more of you as we do more stories leading up to the municipal elections.
Okay. No, thank you.
We move to Gauteng now, and the Sedibeng municipality in the Vaal region is home to some of South Africa's most active townships in the apartheid era. The area was also affected by some of the most brutal attacks in the lead-up to the country's first democratic elections. Today, the district municipality is helping those who fell victim to repair the damage to their lives. Well, joining me live now is our reporter, Judith. She is in the newsroom. Very good morning to you, Judith. Thank you for joining us. Has the government done anything for the victims and the survivors of the Sharpeville and Boipatong massacre?
Thank you, Audrey, and a very good morning to you. Well, with regards to the victims of the Boipatong and the Sharpeville massacre, the government does do an honorary service on an annual basis. And what happens with the families, although they don't receive any compensation, there is a positive story where one of the victims who was actually left disabled following the massacre, the government has built her a house and they actually paid for her school fees.
Well, thank you for that report, Judith. We will be coming back to you as that story develops. We have to go to the Western Cape now. Darling is a small town in the west coast of the Western Cape province, and it's known for brewing beer and cycling competitions. However, behind this little town is a township area that is marred by unemployment. The residents in this area strongly feel that there are clear and strong racial divisions in terms of the distribution of employment amongst the black people versus the coloured and the white residents in the area. And joining me now is Nasipi Same. Very good morning to you, Nasipi. You're coming to us from the Western Cape in Darling, and we understand there's clear divisions when it comes to race and opportunities. Talk to us about that.
Good morning, Audrey. We are in Darling, at a town just north of Cape Town. We spoke to residents from the Asla township within the Darling community who have said that they're having problems with finding employment opportunities due to the color of their skin. Most importantly, we've spoken to the youth who feel like there is not enough employment opportunities in the Darling town.
Well, thank you for that report, Nasipi, coming to us from the Western Cape, where there is complainants from the residents that there is divisions when it comes to race and equal opportunities. Well, that's all from SA Decides, team and myself, Audrey Chimwanda.